Hello everyone. So this is again another useful video for all of you. In this demo, we'll be talking about a very basic element of CPI integration suite, cloud integration, which is called the content modifier. So previously we looked at the basics of BTP, how to set up your account, and then how to create a basic iFlow. Now we want to dig in deeper and go into each palette of um, the functionalities that we have on cloud integration. Um, I'm also planning to do another video where I'll cover all the a basic navigation of the tool, including what are the various palettes available, what are the monitoring features, and so on. Right. So, but in this one, this will be very quick. And a focused one only on content modifier. Just a disclaimer before I start, uh, you know, don't be baffled by this screen. This will look a little different on your machine because my trial account is a little older one. So the latest one has a little change of icons, but doesn't matter. The functionality is the same. It's just some more functionality has been added. All right. So let's begin. So I've already set up a package, and then let me go and create a integration flow. I'll go to add and then integration flow. Let's name it so short for content modifier. All right. Okay. Let's go in. So let's start customizing it. I'll remove the receiver. I don't need it for the purpose of this demo, right? So we'll be using again the simple our favorite postman to trigger this interface. So uh, you know, so the sender channel will be HTTPS, okay? And when you select HTTPS, you also need to specify the endpoint or the URL, okay? I'll say content modifier test. All right. I'll remove the CSRF protected because I don't need it right now, right? And so where do we have the content modifier? So one easy way, in the beginning, you can use, or even later on, I use it also. People use it just most of the time, which is a search feature. You can just type here the initial characters, and that particular palette will appear. But one of the basics that I really like, if you want to really be be familiar with the palettes, a good practice is to know where it falls, right? So it falls under message transformers, and then the first option is to your content modifier. All right. As a good practice, always name your content modifier as per the naming conventions, right? So I'll say change body. So as you can see, content modifier is a palette which is, its sole purpose is to help you modify the content as its name going, right? And what are the parts of your message? So the content modifier helps you change your message. And what are the components of your message? There are three, which is primarily message body, exchange properties, and then message headers, right? So Message body is, of course, the core body of the message, which has your data. Then you have your exchange properties. uh, any property that is attached to your message. um, the only key point here is that the life of that property is within the sci flow, right? It doesn't carry outside to an external party. Whereas the message header is again a kind of property which gets attached to your message. But you can add it along with your body and even carry it further to different systems, so it can carry forward between one system to another, right? All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a very basic thing. So I'm just going to write uh, hello world, right? Typical first program of any language. And I'm just going to deploy it. All right. So what do I need to trigger this from Postman? I need this URL. I've already created a package here, um, and a new request, right? And I'm going to replace the endpoint with this and let me trigger it. Oops, it says not found. Yeah, the ID is correct. So maybe it's not deployed yet. Let me check. I really like when in the demos this errors these any errors comes because that's how you get to see um, the challenges that you can get even in the very basics and um basic stuff that you're doing. All right, so let's go inside. Let's see. Yes, it is deployed successfully. So why are you saying that it's not found? Unauthorized. Okay, that's good. So at least maybe when I fired it the first time, it was not deployed, and then fired it too soon. All right. So when we go to authorization, okay, I've chosen the wrong authorization. Voila, there you go. So basic test successful, right? Um, it returned back your response to the sender, right? Uh, and we wrote in the content modifier. So we wrote in the content modifier, we send nothing as a payload, but we got hello world. So that's a proof that the body of the message was changed. Now let's try some different stuff, okay? So let's try and use the headers and the properties. So let me create one header called, let's say name, John, and a property called last name. Okay. All right. And then the property should say, where is it? Header dot name, and then property dot last name. All right. So let me show you the result first, and then I'll explain the expressions that we did. Okay, deployed, fire again. So there you go. So we received John Doe, right? So the header and the property. So the way you use the header and the property within the course of your iFlow is like this. You specify header. So this is a static term, and then dot the name of that particular header that you want to use. So in this case, it was name. And then similarly for property, it is property dot last name. So it is kind of universal wherever not just in content modifier. We will use, let's say in the case of SFTP adapter, you specify the file name or the directory name. So this is how you use the headers and the properties. So we can use headers and properties in numerous instances, a lot deeper in Groovy script. So everywhere this is the way you use it. All right, so let's use one more variation. Now what did we do is we'll just sending, we are just sending a nothing payload. That means we're not sending anything, right, as a request. Just the HTTP as a request we are sending, right, and the authorization. That's it. But what if you you want to play with the content that you're getting? Okay, so let me let me just prepare that content. Just give me one moment. Okay, so so the next example I want to show you is the same iFlow. What we'll do is, in this case, we'll try to capture the parameters from the incoming payload and then play with it. Let's say the incoming payload is a XML. Okay, so in this case, another feature of the content modifier is you can also specify the XPath. Okay, so this is a different payload I've taken from another example. Just let's just modify it for our needs. So I'm going to name it as name, and let's say the name in this case can be Steve, and then it can be last name, right? And I think this is fine. Just two are fine. Okay, so right now, if you see, even if I'm sending this, it is still returning me John Doe, because the content modifier is changing and overwriting the message to this value, right? So we are literally overwriting the source message. So let me do one thing. What I can do is, instead of this constant, let me use XPath. Okay. So XPath in this case can be item slash name, right? And in this case, I have to specify the data type as well. Okay. Similarly, here also, let me select XPath, which will be slash item slash last name. Okay. Then again, java dot lang dot string. Okay. So let's keep this one as the same. Let's deploy. Okay. Maybe it's not deployed yet. Let's try one more time. Okay, seems like there's an error. Should not be an error. Okay. Oh yes, you got it. So I think what's happening is it's taking some time on this trial talent to deploy. Normally, what I do is, it instantly gets deployed. So yeah, so that's why I was failing. So right now, if you see Steve 100, so I forgot to change the last name. The Chandler. I mean, I'm just giving some random names. So there you go. Right. So pretty useful tool. It looks very simple and looks nothing, right? But believe me, when we are designing our flows, right, even the most complex ones, right, which have, you know lots of things, every frequent step uses this content modifier. So that's how basic is that. So it is truly useful, especially the properties, right? We use a lot. That's the most used things that I've seen so far. So yeah, so that's about it. I hope this was fun and you got some value out of it. Uh, as I said, many more to come, and then I'm going to publish another one, which is about a basic navigation, and just keep a lookout for that. Thank you all. You have a very good day ahead. Thank you so much.